Are you wasting time on the wrong marketing tools? Or is your tech stack actually helping your business grow? Or is it just another to-do list making things harder than they need to be? Well, how many platforms are you really using? And how many of them are actually moving the needle? Maybe you're paying for tools every single month that you barely understand, let alone use. If your marketing feels more complicated than it should be, you're not alone. In today's episode, we're unpacking one of the biggest time wasters in small business marketing, which is tech overload. Join me in this episode as we look at why so many SMEs fall into the trap of chasing the latest platform or tool and how that creates more problems than it solves, and most importantly, what to do instead. Welcome back to the Digital Success for Business podcast. I'm your host, Leanne Cohens, a digital success coach and founder of Marketing Leap. And if you're a business owner looking to grow online without the overwhelm, you're in the right place. For over 11 years, I've helped Australian SMEs simplify, streamline, and succeed online. And this episode is all about stripping back the noise when it comes to marketing tools and tech. We'll look at why so many SMEs fall into the trap of chasing the latest platform or tool, how that creates more problems than it solves, and most importantly, what you need to do instead of that. So by the end of this episode, you'll be clearer on which tools are essential, which ones are costing you time and money, and how to choose the right tech stack for your marketing goals. As a business owner, you're constantly being sold to a new CRM promising to revolutionize your customer relationships, a funnel builder that claims to convert better than anything else, an AI platform that saves you time but somehow takes hours to set up. Every week there's something new, and the pressure to keep up is unbelievably real. And here's the issue that I see for a lot of business owners I work with. Number one, you're not a full-time marketer. For many small to medium enterprises, your team, if you even have one, is already stretched. And that gets worse as most of these platforms are built for agencies, not for small businesses. Now, as a business owner, you want to be efficient and you want to do business well. But instead of focusing on your customers or growing your business, most of the time, you end up stuck managing 6 different logins, syncing data manually, and Googling how to fix yet another Zapier error. And here's the core issue. You didn't start your business to become a full-time tech or marketing manager. And most of these platforms, they weren't built for you. They were built for agencies or for large marketing teams, not lean SMEs trying to stay afloat. When you add more tools without a clear plan, 3 things happen. Your time disappears. You're caught in the weeds jumping from system to system instead of doing the high-value work that only you can do as a business owner. The next one is that your team gets overwhelmed. If you have support staff, they're juggling too, learning tools they don't understand, creating duplicated processes, or relying on you to make every single decision. And your results suffer. Leads fall through the cracks, campaigns don't run on time, customers have a disjointed experience, and your marketing budget? It's being eaten up by subscriptions and complexity. Now, I worked with a client, let's just call him Jeff, who came to me feeling completely burnt out by his online business setup. He had MailChimp for email marketing, ClickFunnels for landing pages, ActiveCampaign for automations, Thinkific for courses, Acuity for bookings, Zapier to connect them all. And then 3 separate websites to hold it all together. And all of this just to sell a few online programs and book a few client sessions. Every week something broke. A form stopped working, an automation went missing, websites slowed down, and no one had a clear picture of what was happening where. He was spending thousands of dollars every year on software, but his business wasn't growing. And the worst part, none of it was actually integrated properly. His customers were confused, and so was he. And this kind of tech overload can destroy your business, and it is so common. It drains your mental energy, delays your marketing decisions, kills momentum, and the worst part, it makes you feel like you're failing, when really the system was never set up to support you. Too many SMEs are trying to duct tape together platforms instead of building a clear, focused system that works for their business. Tech should support your growth, not slow it down. So the real question then is, how do you know which tools you actually need? Well, that's what we're going to look at next. So now we've identified the problem, tech overload, what's the solution? Well, firstly, let's simplify. You don't need 20 tools to run a successful digital marketing setup. What you do need is a clear understanding of what platforms are essential, which ones work well together, and where you can reduce friction for both you and your customers. So here's what we recommend as a lean and scalable tech stack for most Australian SMEs. Now there's a caveat. This is what I prefer to work with because I know that they work, and it really is a mix between the budget and simplicity, because every business that we work with is a case-by-case basis. So when it comes to website platforms, it's essential that you choose one that suits your current size, growth plans, and budget. Now my fave is WordPress. Why? Because it's highly customizable, it's great for SEO, scalable, and the possibilities are only limited by your imagination, and it's ideal if you want full control. If you're running e-commerce, Shopify is our go-to. It's easy to use with great integrations. Now, Squarespace is another good platform as it has a clean design, all-in-one setup, and suitable for simple service-based sites. And another great e-com option is BigCommerce. It's a scalable e-commerce platform with more native features than Shopify, and it's fantastic for the more medium-sized growing businesses. Now, every single one of these is a platform that you as a business owner can manage and make updates to without having to pay a lot of money to update a simple page on a website. The next platform every business needs is your email marketing and CRM platform. Now, this is one part of your business that you need to keep in one place to manage campaigns and your customer data efficiently. And with actual dollar return on email marketing being consistently one of the highest across every single digital channel, it's vitally important. In fact, data shows that email marketing has an average ROI of $42 for every dollar spent, although reports like HubSpot or Campaign Monitor put it even higher at up to $45 or $55 per dollar spent, depending on the industry and the quality of your list. So this is not an area of your business that you really need to scrimp on. Keep your email, CRM, and automations in one place to avoid juggling platforms. Now, we use Kartra because it covers email, forms, landing pages, automations, and even memberships in one integrated system. But if you're starting out, you need something simpler. MailerLite is simple, affordable, and with a strong automation and easy setup. If you're looking for a more advanced CRM needs, ActiveCampaign gives great control over lead management and segmentation, but it can be a bit expensive. And if you're scaling fast, HubSpot on the starter tier offers CRM, email, and forms all under the one roof. Now, some agencies will swear by Go High Level as it's an all-in-one platform, but unless you own the account directly, not through a reseller, you're locked into someone else's system with limited control. Now, it might offer a lot in one place, but you don't truly own the platform, and with cost creep and a really steep learning curve, it can become a problem further down the line. Now, the next tech platform is social media scheduling. Batch and schedule your content instead of posting manually every day. And I've done a podcast on how to manage this previously, so please make sure you go back and check that one out. Now, we use Metrical as it's cost-effective, analytics-driven, and integrates with multiple platforms. However, Buffer is clean, simple, and easy for solo operators or small teams. Plus, there's Planoly or Later if you are more image and Instagram focused. Now, as a business owner, time is money. So this is where bookings and calendar management comes in. In fact, it's essential for coaches, consultants, or service-based businesses. Now, for integration, we work a lot with Acuity Scheduling or Calendly, as it has a clean user experience, integrates with your website or CRM, and it's not expensive. Having booking reminders that go out are essential to take care of no-shows. The next most common tech stack we work with is course delivery. The global online learning market is projected to exceed $475 billion by 2030. That's just in the next 5 years. In Australia, the online education market reached an estimated $12.2 billion this year alone and is expected to keep growing. It's driven by increasing demand for flexible, skills-based learning options. One streamlined solution is all you need, and your course platform should work with your website, not against it. Now, we use Master Study, Ultimate Membership Pro, and Ultimate Learning Pro to build custom learning experiences directly into WordPress sites for our clients, as this means that there's no third-party logins or extra platforms for your users. For hosted options, you can look at Thinkific. It's a good standalone option, but it can lead to tech sprawl if it's not integrated properly, and it often means complexity and a fairly large monthly fee. Podia or Kajabi are some of the other all-in-one solutions if you're running multiple content types. Again, extra monthly fees. But finally, as a business owner, you need to make decisions with data, not guesses, which is where analytics comes into play. Now, luckily for most businesses, these options are free, and they simply need a little bit of understanding. Now, Google Analytics, or GA4, is the OG of website analytics. Set it up early and link it to your site and campaigns. Google Search Console is the old Google Webmaster Tool. It's essential for monitoring SEO health and visibility. And then finally, Clarity, which is Microsoft, offers free heat maps and session recordings, which is really useful to understand user behavior on your website. The key here is integration and clarity. If a tool doesn't connect easily to the rest of your system, or you don't know why you're using it, it's probably costing you more than it's giving back. And this leads perfectly into how we work at Marketing Leap. Now, we work with SMEs that are tired of juggling too many tools, disconnected platforms, and marketing that feels more reactive than strategic. We don't just offer services, we become your marketing partner. Now, our first step is always the same, to assess. We take a close look at what tools you're using, what they're costing you, not just in dollars, but in time, energy, and results, and then map out what's actually necessary based on your goals. Now, one recent client was using 7 different platforms just to manage emails, courses, bookings, and website content. They were spending thousands a year and still felt like nothing was working. We stepped in, rebuilt their site, connected everything into one streamlined, easy-to-manage system, and reduced their tech costs by over 60%. And the result? They then had a faster, more intuitive website. They had one place to manage the customer journey, and they also had clear data and reporting so they could actually track what was working. This then led into fewer tech headaches and more time back in their week so they could focus on what it was that they were good at. And that's what we do. We simplify your tech, clarify your strategy, and make sure that your marketing is working for your business, not the other way around. So whether you're just starting out or you've been layering tool on top of tool for years, we can help you untangle the mess and move forward with a plan that works. So today, we tackled a common challenge, tech overload. We covered why too many disconnected tools are slowing you down, how to know what you really need, and what happens when your tech stack finally works for you, not against you. And we also shared how Marketing Leap can help SMEs like yours clear the clutter, save money, and get back to doing what you do best, which is growing your business. So if you're tired of spending more time managing tech than marketing and growing your business, let's chat. Head to marketingleap.net or connect with me directly on LinkedIn. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to follow or subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode, or share it with a business owner that you know who is stuck in tech overwhelm. And please leave a review. It helps more people find the show and get support when it comes to growing their business. Thanks for tuning in to the Digital Success for Business podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on YouTube for even more tips.